I'm Zach.
I'm Maxwell.
And this is Car Chronicles.
And today we have the 2015 Volkswagen Golf GTI. Woo! Alright, so this car is a really good looking car. It's definitely like understated. It's not, oh look at me, but it's definitely a step up from the regular Golf. You got these nice wheels that you don't get on the regular Golf, red brake calipers, which always look great. Got the GTI badge on the side, this red accent line on the front, as well as the GTI badge again. And I think that aspect of it looks great.
Yeah, it's got a really cool grille. This kind of like hexagonal mesh stuff looks so sweet. And then, you know what? This car actually really reminds me of a rally car, but just smaller. It's really sweet, really low to the ground, super sporty looking.
So coming along to the side here, you got another GTI badge, which always looks great. Got a nice little accent line going through the middle, which is always a good touch. And overall, it just has a really mature but sort of sporty look.
On the back here, we have the Volkswagen emblem again, all blacked out, flips up, and that's how you open the back. Pretty sweet.
Very spacious back, I will say also.
Yeah, for a small car, there's actually a ton of inside space, interior back seats and front seats. You could probably fit like 3 dead bodies back here.
Maybe 4. While we're back here too, you got these nice dual exhaust. They look really great, and they sound great, as you guys will hear in a second.
It's pretty sweet that they're all blacked out, and we also have this continuing look from the front. This like hexagonal pattern down here below.
Very good looking. Alright, so we'll just leave the trunk open for the rest of the review. But overall, it's a good looking car. Very sporty while still being mature and a little understated, which is awesome. So as you can see, this has a really sporty wheel, nice flat bottom, has the GTI emblem on it with this nice aluminum trim. Got these paddle shifters. They're plastic, but they still feel pretty good, and overall a really nice wheel.
Really cool center stack. It's actually shifted towards the driver, which is really nice. This carbon fiber trim. Everything is leather, which is really nice since this is the Autobahn edition. That's the top of the line for this model.
You have your heated seats, which are always nice. Everything feels really well made. Your climate controls, the power on and off button, the radio, everything feels nice.
It's actually got a lot of backspace room. It doesn't seem like it would, but there's plenty of room. It's a 3-seater back there.
Overall, it has a really spacious interior. You've got lots of legroom, lots of headroom.
The pedals look super nice. They're really shiny aluminum, and they got the nice rubber grippies on them.
So on the doors here, you have this nice carbon fiber looking trim with some nice aluminum trim as well. At night, this car also has mood lighting that shines strips on the door, which is a really nice feature. Overall, a really practical car and a really roomy car. Alright, so this car has keyless start, so all you do is have the key in your pocket or in the car, as we do, and then you put your foot on the brake and hit this nice start-stop button right here. And it rumbles to life. Alright, so this has a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder that makes 210 horsepower and 258 pound-feet of torque from the factory, but
this car has a Cobb Stage 2 tuning in it, as you can see.
Got this nice intake here, which looks great. I'm not sure the exact power numbers, but it's around 30 to 40% more power and torque, so it's a substantial amount. Let's go ahead and see how it sounds.
Let's go ahead and rev to see how it revs.
Good call. That nice blow-off valve, you can hear that turbo.
Okay, so we're about to hit the road, but first thing is always first.
Seat belts. All right.
We're buckled in.
Schmuckled in.
Let's talk about these seats real quick.
They're very bolstered. This is the GTI, obviously, so they hug you in pretty well. I've got a skinny body.
Yeah, as you'll see, whenever we start turning, the steering is really responsive, and so you know, quite a bit of thrashing about.
It's good to have these sporty seats. So as you might know, this car's a nice backup camera. So you just put it in reverse, it comes up here, and it pops out the back, which is very cool. So pretty good backup camera overall. All right, so we got the parking brake off, and we're good to go here. So let's go ahead and see how she does. So a few things about this car when you first set off. It automatically locks the doors, which is always good. You don't want to fly out.
Great.
You got this cool mode button right here. Obviously, when you start up, it starts you off in normal mode, which is normal.
Which is all. This car has 3 modes. It has normal mode, sport mode, which is the best mode, and individual mode, which is kind of like a
custom mode.
It's kind of like a button-down suit, if you will.
But we're gonna go ahead and put it in sport mode because
a really cool thing. This screen right here, the graphics are not the best, but it is a touch screen and it's sensitive to swipes, which is really cool. And a lot of touch screens are only poke, but this one you can actually do a lot of.
Only poke, as I always say.
They're only pokey. Anyway, yeah, we got a really cool touch screen. We got seated heats, 3 levels of seated heats, which is really nice.
Keep your butt warm. So visibility on this car is really great.
The windshield is really huge, and there's a really nice sunroof overhead. There's actually not a whole lot of car inside. It's a lot of glass.
Steady, Zach. Yeah, it is. The back window's a little small, but I mean, it's really flat, so you can see out fine, and then the mirrors always work great. And you got good view out of the side as well, so that's good.
You know, like all cars have. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and kick it into classic Car Chronicles mode. We're gonna take this car on some back roads, do acceleration, braking, all the great stuff. This car has a lot of really cool features that we're about to explore. And here comes a Beetle flying down the road.
Alright, so a cool thing about this car, it does have the DSG double clutch gearbox, which shifts really quickly. I'm going to go ahead and try out the paddles here, put it over in manual mode. You just put the gear shift over, the gear shift over, and let's go ahead and test out the responsiveness.
It's pretty cool. This car has paddle shifters, and you can also shift it using the center shifter.
Response time is really good. Oh, it shifts pretty quickly, so.
It sounds so good.
I will say one thing about this transmission is it's a little jerky when you're just around town in low speeds, but I don't care because it's really good when you're going. But as always, we're gonna do a little braking test here, so let's see how those brakes are.
Here we go. Okay, wow.
They're pretty good. A cool thing about the brakes, it has a really good feel through the pedal. It's right at the top of the pedal. You got a nice bite, which is always good. It's very confidence inspiring. All right, so we're coming up to some corners here. Let's see how this thing handles. Really well.
Wow.
The steering in this car is great too. It's really heavy in sport mode here. It's really responsive. Like you just turn it a little bit and it darts.
Yeah, he is. Ooh,
there's a woman right there on the road. It's not
he is
her.
barely turning the wheel, and even in the higher speeds, this thing is so responsive.
Nice little downshift.
The downshift, they sound so good. Wow.
Oh man, this thing is sick. So big thanks to my band director, Mr. Hendricks. This is his car.
You're awesome, Mr.
Thanks for letting us do this. This is the coolest car we've reviewed so far, and it probably will be for a while.
Yeah.
But more corners here. Jeez, this thing is just buttoned down.
That is not even a half turn of the wheel, and we just did a 90-degree turn. That was insane.
We just did a 180-degree obtuse angle turn. Let's go test it.
Whoa. So this car has really good bass.
This car, let's go and turn it down so we can hear, but really good sound system. It has the Fender sound system, and it sounds
great. As you know, Fender is known for their guitars. But they do make great sound systems. And just quick shout out to Mexico. 2015, is the year that Volkswagen started making the Golf in Mexico instead of in Germany. So quick shout out to my people in Mexico. I'm from Mexico.
Great call. Everybody can freaking feel. Dude. So like we said, this car has the Cobb Stage 2 tune, which really livens it up. You can hear the turbo a lot, and the blow-off valve is insane. If I ever got one of these, I would definitely do that, because it's not super expensive. I mean, to get that tune, and it just livens this car right up.
It is so worth it. This car has a really sweet feature in it. It has launch control, which is really cool.
It doesn't have that from the factory, though. I'm pretty sure that's a feature that you get from Cobb.
Dude, this car has a really nice corn on the cob feature. Yeah, this is
Alright, so we're about to try launch control here.
Hold down the traction control button, and there we go.
Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. It spun a good amount.
Dang, that was a lot of spin.
Jeez.
And you could hear, once he let off the gas, you could hear that blow-off valve so loud.
This car is so much power for front-wheel drive, so it just spins a bunch.
Wow.
It just spins. It's fighting for traction so much, but it's so fast. Oh my gosh, that is insane. If you could get all-wheel drive with the GTI, this thing would be like a rocket ship.
You'd be going to Mars and back.
And front. Okay, steady. Alright, so we're gonna go ahead and switch off here real quick so Zach can sort of get a feel for
I'm gonna get behind the wheel. I'm excited.
Handbrake on. So we switched over here.
As you can see, I'm behind the wheel. We're gonna do a launch without launch control and see how it compares to with launch control. So here we go. Okay, I thought they were going this way. There's a lot of wheel spin at the beginning, and yeah, like he said, that turbo,
It's so fun, isn't it?
The turbo white.
We can't even talk. This car is so fun. It's like every time you do anything, you just gotta compose yourself. Oh my gosh.
The suspension is very sporty, as you can tell. We hit a decent bump, but yeah, the turbo takes a second to wind up, and then it just
once it does, your tires are lit up a little bit.
Holy cow, there's a ton of spin in that. I don't know, to me, it felt a little bit like the launch control was, the launch control just had the tires spin out a lot more, I think, but man, this is fast.
There's the turbo.
Dude.
You feel that?
Yeah, it like, you can kind of hear it too, winding up, and then it just, boom, you're gone, and there's a dead animal right here. Let's go ahead and avoid
Let's go ahead and hit it.
Wow. Listen to this. Dude. And the steering is
so good.
So freaking responsive. Listen to this. Oh, wow.
That guy was giving us his look in his BMW.
I love.
He knows we could smear him.
Holy cow, the downshifts are so nice in this. Wow, even everything is so responsive in this. They're so quick.
Man, that suspension, it's like, it doesn't beat you up. It's like, it goes over the bumps well, but you can tell it's dampened really like firm for sportiness.
Yeah, this is
the best car we've ever driven.
This is easily the best car I've ever driven.
Yeah.
And this has it feels so sporty. The bolstered sides on the seats.
It hugs you in so well.
The flat bottom steering wheel. Everything about this car just makes it feel like you're driving a race car. Listen to that sound.
It sounds so good.
Dang.
Okay, we're coming up some corners to see how Zach likes this.
Let's check out
awesome
the steering.
car.
Yeah, the steering is so nice. I'm barely turning the wheel, and the sun is right in my face.
Let that prohibit. Jeez.
I'm barely turning the wheel. is a beast. This is like, I love the fact that looking at this car, it's like, oh, Golfs are cool. Like, oh wow, you drive a Golf, that's a really sweet ride. And then you get inside, this is nothing like I expected it to be. I knew it was going to be sporty and fast. I knew it had the Cobb tuning, but holy cow, once you actually drive it, it's a whole
This is the ultimate sleeper. Like, you could pull up to a stoplight and probably walk most of the people that pulled up, and they'd be like, what the heck is that grocery getter doing? But this thing is intensely awesome.
It's intensely.
And that turbo.
Hey, holy cow, everything about this car is absolutely amazing. This is something.
That turbo is insane.
This is something that
I would get.
Yeah, that if you're into cars, this feels like a race car.
It does. Oh,
we got a little skittish there, but yeah, wow. Holy moly. Holy moly.
All right, so do we want to do final thoughts?
Yeah, we want to do final thoughts. That was amazing. This is an experience. This is not like
thank you so much, Mr. Hendricks.
Mr. Hendricks,
awesome.
You're amazing.
But final thoughts. It's a really good looking car, not like over the top, but it looks good and sporty and mature, which is always good.
Honestly, I would prefer a car that looks
me too.
Like,
because then someone's like, oh, that, you know, it's cool, but whatever.
Yeah, it's that sweet surprise. That just boom
kicks you right in the tush. But performance, geez, that tune. I've obviously never driven like a regular GTI, and this thing is insane.
This thing's
that
insane.
Tune. Not only does it like add a lot of power and torque, but I'm sure it livens up everything, probably with throttle response. That turbo is a lot louder.
The turbo is so nice.
But final thoughts. It's such a good car to drive. It's so fun. It's practical.
Yeah, I think the best part about this car is the practicality, along with it being so fun. Because like, there's good space, but it's also small and it gets good gas mileage. But also with this tuning on it, you can
walk most people.
Yeah, let's go ahead and actually real quick, let's listen to this horn. Sounds great.
Interesting German horn. But thank you guys so much for watching.
This has been an absolute blast.
This has been a pleasure and a privilege. Thank you so much, Mr. Hendricks. But stay tuned. We've got more videos coming like this with cool cars like this. So
yeah, we got a really sweet one lined up.
We do.
But this is
it for now.
We will see you in the next vid. Woo!